Hello, in my quest to look through old vintage, classic era, golden era Star Wars stuff, I dug out my Return of the Jedi Super Marvel Special, Marvel Super Special, sorry, number 27, Return of the Jedi. So, what Marvel would do is they had an ongoing Star Wars comic, but also they would do floppies, like regular comic floppy editions of the story for the movies, and also do a super special and sometimes even a paperback. Actually, here's the paperback version. It's the same thing, all color, pretty awesome stuff. They did this for Empire Strikes Back as well. Like, the color's been retained pretty well in the final chapter. Um, Also, they did comics. I don't think I have the floppies on hand. I think they're buried away somewhere in the basement. But we'll take a look at this Marvel Super Special. The art for these movie adaptations was pretty spectacular. So here, Stanley presents a Marvel Super Special magazine. So he's presenting the magazine, not exactly the movie itself. And official adaptation of Return of the Jedi, adapted by Archie Goodwin and Al Williamson, two greats in Star Wars. Well, two greats in art in general, but two greats in Star Wars art as well. The newspaper strips and stuff like this. So here's how they do the crawl, and here's the opening scene where Darth Vader visits the Death Star 2. And here we have In the Hands of Jabba the Hutt. So this is all collecting the floppy editions. What Marvel did was for Return of the Jedi, they had its own miniseries, but for the first movie and Empire Strikes Back, those were incorporated into the actual Marvel comic that they had ongoing. So there's a continuity that dovetails from those movies. Here we've got Jabba's palace and everything, and the art's incredible. I love all this stuff where they're just adapting exactly what was in the movie and not doing a cartoonish interpretation of things. Jabba the Hutt, of course, Jabba the Hutt in the Marvel comics, in the early comics, was depicted very, very differently. He was a humanoid with like tufts coming out of his face. He was an alien of some sort. And he turned up a lot in the early Marvel comics. And Chewbacca looked weird in those early Marvel comics. He looked like something out of ZZ Top. He just looked like a hairy man rather than the otherworldly Wookiee that he was. I always joke that, like, for the movie adaptations, they stretched out the action between as many issues as they could just to milk more money out of kids. I think Return of the Jedi was like 4 issues or something. Here's the Rancor. They spend something like 2 issues in Jabba's palace, which is a great place to spend 2 issues. So here you go. And then I think this is the next issue. um, I love the Jedi look for Luke in Return of the Jedi. I wish that Lucas carried that concept forward. The bathrobe look I always thought was more of a Tatooine thing, and that's why Anakin had it. That's why Obi-Wan Kenobi had that look with just robes and stuff. I didn't think it was Jedi robes, and it doesn't make sense actually in the continuity of the movies because no one's supposed to know that Ben Kenobi is a Jedi. So why is he walking around with Jedi robes just in broad daylight? He's just walking around like that. It's like he still went to the market and stuff to get stuff. When he was on Tatooine, people would see him with Jedi robes if they recognized those bathrobes as Jedi robes. I always thought they were just robes to trap in the cool air on Tatooine. It was a Tatooine thing. But then when the prequels came out, George Lucas just expanded those robes to everybody. Everybody had those bathrobe things. And in Return of the Jedi, Luke was a Jedi now and had a sleek, form-fitting outfit that was supposed to be the Jedi outfit. And I wish that got carried forward into the rest of the Marvel universe. I love the look of Yoda here in Empire Strikes Back. Just before that movie came out, they had to do the comic adaptation, and it was the weird looking purple Yoda that looked more like a mushroom. And I have the paperback version of Empire Strikes Back where it has the purple Yoda in it, the early concept Yoda, and then they had to go back and redraw, those issues with the real green Yoda. I love the way the Force Ghost is depicted here with some space, some space with stars in his shadowing. That wasn't done, of course, for the movie. I love the ships here. So Mission to Endor. Here's, I think, issue 3. There's Lando Billy D. Williams looking awesome here. I had this figure, so this look is classic to me. He even had the big 70s hair here. And we've got... it's a trap! There you go. I love the look of everyone here. Of course, in this scene where Han Solo looks at the Millennium Falcon, supposedly for the last time, Leia puts her hand on Han Solo, and you could see Carrie Fisher's cocaine fingernail. It's like one long nail. That stereotypically that's what you use to cut the lines or something like that. It's so funny. That's something they never cut out of the special editions. There you go. Little Star Wars tidbit for you. So here they are in Endor, and here's the Emperor. And you got caught in a net here. Yeah, and then they revere C-3PO as a golden god. I love the likenesses here as well. I love that they got the rights to the likenesses so that you got to see that, because too many other adaptations, they couldn't do that. Famously for Close Encounters of the Third Kind, none of the likenesses are in there. Even Superman 3, like, I'm disappointed with the Gus Gorman likeness in that. It's ridiculous. I love this. It's like, that's Mark Hamill. There you go. And he's talking to Leia about how they're brother and sister and everything. And he has to go see Darth Vader. Growing up, I thought these comic adaptations are pretty awesome. These and Indiana Jones, I love just the look of them. It's a very illustrated look. It's still sequential art, but I love that they captured everything exact. And that's basically an Al Williamson thing. It's pretty cool stuff. Here's I don't know which Ewok it was that was on the speeder bike. Some Star Wars fan out there will know. I don't think it was Wicket. Wicket was more of a kid in the movie. These pages are old and stick together. So here's the Rebel forces, and it's a trap. Now, I don't... Oh, he just says a trap. He doesn't say it's a trap. There you go. And here's Luke confronting Vader. Meanwhile, the forces on Endor are fighting. So there's 3 showdowns going on here. And this to me is like a real final movie, where there's on Endor, they're trying to shut down the force field, and in space they're waiting for the force field to shut down so they can go into the Death Star and shoot it down. And of course Luke is confronting Vader, and they fight. Leia, yes, I sense it, I feel it. A sister, a twin. This takes on new meaning now, knowing that, where Vader came from and everything. He was always told the kids died, right? Wouldn't he know that they did live? I mean, he's supposed to be one with the Force, right? No matter how dark side it is. So here, Lando is zeroing in on the Death Star. And here, Vader throws a fiery Emperor down into the shaft here. When that happened, when I was a kid and I saw this in the theater, everybody clapped. I remember that distinctly. I was about 6 when I saw Return of the Jedi. So here the forces go into the Death Star. Now, what's the controversy? That, like, I feel like what happened in Return of the Jedi, if I remember correctly, it's Lando that actually shot the thing. Wedge Antilles shot some sort of generator that was protecting the actual the big generator that, like, Lando has to shoot, and I think that's depicted here as well. Yeah, so he said, "My torpedoes won't even dent the bigger thing that needs to be shot down," and then he's like, "Go for the power regulator on its north tower, Wedge. I'll take the main reactor." So that's what it is. So Wedge shoots down that regulator, and then Lando shoots down the main reactor, and then they all escape and everything. And here they don't depict what Vader looks like underneath. I think that was protected for the movie. But he does say, "I want to look upon you with my own eyes," and Luke cries here. Death Star blows up. Do they depict that Luke gets into that thing? And so everyone is celebrating and stuff, and you've got the big group shot at the end. Pretty cool stuff. Once again, I love the Jedi outfit here that they never put forward in the other movies. And here are the movie credits. And here's the back cover with Darth Vader. This was an exciting movie. I know people put it down. I think some people who were too old to watch Star Wars at that point and were too analytical and critical didn't like Return of the Jedi. I thought was freaking awesome. And I still do. I know that there are flaws to it, but I love the Ewoks. I love everyone. So this is our stroll down the Marvel Super Special version of Return of the Jedi. Till next time, take care.